Today I'll be showing off and giving my thoughts on the Monster Adventurer Max waterproof outdoor speaker. Alrighty, let's get started with everything that you'll find in the box. You'll have the speaker itself, the microphone, the XLR cable for the microphone, the Type-C to Type-C charging cable, a shoulder strap, an aux cord, and the 12-month warranty card. So first time setup is very easy. You hold the power button, it makes a little chime, says it's pairing, the Bluetooth will start flashing, and it should come up and easily connect on your Bluetooth. If you don't want to use Bluetooth, you can use the aux cable, the USB cable, or the SD card reader. Back there, you'll also find the port for the microphone. And what I like about this is that you have that micro SD card slot, which most speakers I've looked at don't include, which may sound a bit odd, but if you think about it, you can get an SD card that's probably small, 8 gigabytes or so. You can put all of your party music that you want to keep on there, and then you don't have to worry about connecting your phone or bringing cables with you. But you then have the option, if somebody else wants to hook up their device and play something, you still have that option. So something I really appreciate that most others don't do. So once you're connected and playing your music, you'll have your 2 subs in the middle and then 2 smaller tweeters. Of course, you can't see any of them, but they are all on one side. So that means all the sound will be played in a single direction as opposed to all the way around the speaker, which some may prefer. Something you can change while you're listening is by holding the pause play button for just a couple seconds. You'll be able to switch it from indoor to outdoor mode. The outdoor mode sounds much wider and less pointed directly out, which you'll probably want at an outdoor setting like a party or something. You'll want a bigger, fuller sound stage. The indoor mode is much more pointed directly out towards wherever the speaker is facing. So when you're hooked up to Bluetooth, it's a very full sound. However, you are going to run into quite a bit of latency, I've found. So I tried hooking it up to my TV to see if it worked as a soundbar, and it sounded good enough to say watch a movie or something on. However, the Bluetooth delay was just so much that things were just at like a half a second off. I don't expect this to be used as a soundbar, and just playing music, it works just fine. If you do want to use, say, the aux or any of the other connections, I found with this and other Monster products, curiously, I like the sound of the Bluetooth better. There is more depth to it, as opposed to, say, the other connections, which feels sort of flat and not as full as they could be, which is interesting because you'd expect it to be the opposite. So that's a good thing if you plan to mostly use this as a Bluetooth speaker, but something to keep in mind if you primarily want to use it otherwise. With that in mind, if you also plan to use your phone and sort of leave it by the speaker, unfortunately there isn't a flat sort of top surface for you to leave your phone on, or say a slot for you to slide it in. However, of course, that's just a small thing. Moving over to the microphone and its cable, it's a decent length and it all feels quite premium. And with this microphone and the volume of the speaker, you can get quite loud and it's clear. And if you wanted, I'm sure you could hook that microphone up to different systems and it would be high enough quality for you to use, say, on even a bigger stage. A few other things to note: it is IPX7 waterproof, so that's 3 meters for half an hour. So feel free to drop that in water, throw it in a pool, whatever. Just know that X means there's no technical dust resistance, so be wary of sand if you're going to a beach or something like that. And then also its charging, it does live up to its 3-hour quick charge claim. From 0 to full, I got it there in about 3 hours, and there's no specific milliamp or hour usage of how long it'll last, but for over a week, using it just about every day at medium volume, I haven't gotten to low. You can also use the USB port to charge your phone or the Type-C, which is always appreciated. Moving on to the physical item itself and actually how it feels and all that, it has a very nice triangular with rounded edges design with a handlebar up top. All of it feels sturdy. You get that nice thick mesh cloth type covering surrounding it with the hard plastic on the edges and as the handle. This looks like something that is made by, say, a much more known and expensive premium brand, and anybody to hold this in their hand is sure to be impressed. You have things like the texture detail graving on the logo of the sides, or the metallic logo badge on the front, the texture on the handle, and the extremely thick seal for the back port, which is good because you know there's going to be no water in there. That's like 3/4 of an inch rubber. However, because of that, it's kind of a pain to get open. It takes a bit of wiggling because of how small the finger hole is. But I'd much rather have that than have water get inside my electronics. And finally, moving on to the sound. This is my first Monster product that I've used that has lived up to its Monster bass claim. Inside and outside, it really rumbles and gets you that deep sound that you want while listening to the music. So that's likely the type of sound that you want from a speaker like this, taking to events and outside and whatnot, but also works well inside to the point where it will rumble tables and countertop if you turn it up loud enough and play the right music. Because of that, smaller details of the instrumentals do get somewhat lost depending if you have it on inside or out mode and if you are actually inside or out, but at the very least you'll be able to get the general musical tone and the bass and the vocals all separated just enough for partygoers to hear and enjoy it. I don't think anybody was expecting clear, crisp sounds from this, and that's not really what you get. So that's the product itself, but we have to look at how it stacks up to its competitors. So taking a look on Amazon, the outdoor waterproof sort of boombox sized speaker market is an interesting one. You have a product like the Anker Soundcore Motion Boom for $110, the JBL Boombox 2 for $500, as well as the various sort of Chinese Amazon brand ones for about $80, and even other ones that are going as low as say $50. So with all of this in mind, when I purchased the Monster speaker, it was half off of $220, putting it more in line with say Anker's speaker. With this one, I feel like you really got to weigh your options and there is no clear answer, other than the fact you probably shouldn't spend $500 on the JBL one. That's probably a bit much, and I doubt it can justify its price tag as far as pure value goes. But you really got to decide what the size, the features, the connections, battery life, waterproof or not, whether or not it's extra bassy or it's more of a neutral type sound system, whether the speakers just face one direction or face all around. I think like a normal purchase, this is just another one to consider and think you should give a look. It isn't a runaway success for the price, best bang for your buck, best sound you could possibly hear, but I hope my video was helpful in helping you decide what you'd like to buy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.